Community College Board of Trustee meeting for Thursday, July 31st, 2025 order. I would like to entertain a motion for approval of the agenda as printed.
So moved. Second.
Say aye.
Aye.
Same sign. Passes. Lisa, do we have any citizens' comments?
No, we had no citizens' comments.
Next on the agenda is the approval of the June 26, 2025 board meeting minutes as published. Entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
In favor, say aye. Same sign. Motion passes. Ready for the warrant number 12 for June of 2025. Keith Acuff.
Hold on. 25. So during the month of June 2025, the college dispersed $5,035,339. As you can see there, of that $996,308 was for the residence hall construction and $276,111 was for the Tech 2 renovation. That's the numbers as you see there.
Thank you. I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Same sign. Motion passes. Next, we have the outdoor athletic complex financing.
I'm just going to read the title of the resolution, and then the rest of you have the resolution in the packet. You can go through those pages, but this is a resolution authorizing the Community College District of Mid-Missouri to enter into a lease purchase transaction, proceeds of which will be used to pay the cost of constructing an outdoor athletic complex, to approve the execution of certain documents and take certain actions in connection therewith. So it is to basically authorize us to go forward with the financing.
Would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Is there any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye. Same sign. It passes. Now it's the outdoor athletic complex construction bid.
I'll ask my guests if anyone of you like to say anything or moving the construction or just would like to go through the motions and get it done.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I'm a retired school superintendent, so I know how board meetings work and I know you want to get out of here, but I do want to talk about just the process. We probably have asked Darren, first meeting was with him. We probably have had multiple meetings. Mary is tough to negotiate, but she's a hard cookie and she served you well. And Dr. Bates, but this has been a process and that's truly a design build process where we started this and we've got to this point in time now. And it's been a true pleasure and joy to work with these people. And I think we have a good plan. I know we have a good plan. We have a good design. So now we need to just go out and perform it. And it's a state of the art. This is our owner, Jay, had come down for the first meeting. He said, this will be our project of the year showcase. We want to showcase this project. So that's all I have. And I just want
yourself, Blaze.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Blaze Bauer with Mammoth Sports Construction, and I'm kind of the business development retired school person after many years. And go ahead.
I'm Seth Soto. I'm the civil engineer on the project, helping design the field layouts, the layout of all the fields together. The concession is kind of where the walking paths are. So if you have any other questions with those, you can come to me and I'll answer them.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to work with the group and the group of professionals that Mammoth brought into the project's been very impressive. They're the #1 sports field builder in the nation. Built professional speed fields all around. Started in Kansas. That's why I like the firm, because native Kansans like me.
Yeah, no. I'm reconsidering right now.
Just a picture of the complex site plan in your board packet. So Keith.
Or item 9, outdoor athletic complex construction bid. It is recommended the Board of Trustees accept the bid for Mammoth Sports Construction LLC in the amount of $9,296,085 for the construction of the State Fair Community College Outdoor Athletic Complex. This is a construction amendment to the master design build contract approved at the March 25th, 2025 Board of Trustees meeting. It is further recommended that the board authorize the president and vice president of finance administration to execute and sign the amendment and any other required documents with Mammoth Sports Construction for the timely completion of the outdoor athletic complex. Funding is the SFCC Athletic Complex Capital Campaign and private placement bank funding.
Would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Is there any questions or discussion?
Well, I was glad I played the infield. Looking at the design of the baseball stadium, because I'd hate to be an outfielder. That design, but it is very unique. It will be memorable.
It's used front and center for the campus, so, that's exciting for people as they drive by. They're gonna see it every day. All right, so we have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye. Same sign. Motion passes.
Please. Thank you very much for coming, Seth. And they also brought their wives, they're so romantic. Board meeting night. So they're gonna take them out.
If you want a whole lot of extra excitement about other things, you're.
To go.
That their main point.
Thank you very much. Next, we have on the agenda fiscal year 2026 budget authority adjustment.
Based upon reductions to the final state of Missouri budget allocations, net of governor vetoes to Missouri community colleges, the budget authority for State Fair Community College fiscal year 2026 will be reduced by $132,208. The budget approved at the June 2025 board meeting. It is recommended the Board of Trustees approve a revised fiscal year 26 budget, granting budget authority of $66,490,732.
Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Questions or discussion?
Well, we can't do anything about what the governor signed.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. All same sign. It passes. Next is loan and lease payment schedules.
So by state law, every year you have to allocate funds every year for loan and lease payments as well as insurance coverages. So we'll start with our loan and lease payment schedules. You've read them here. I'm not going to read through each one. But it's recommended that the Board of Trustees approve all loan and lease payments due in FY 26 be paid as designated. These payments have been accounted for in the FY 2026 budget. They are enumerated therein that you can read and see what we're paying. So we'd like your approval to pay those loan and lease payment schedules in FY 26.
Would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All same sign. Motion passes. Commercial insurance coverages.
Recommended the Board of Trustees approve the commercial insurance renewal, property and casualty, workers' comp, professional liability, premium payments for Assured Properties Cecilia Moe, the amount of $682,729 for FY 2026. This has been accounted for in the FY 26 budget and does include the new buildings.
Second.
Any discussion?
Is there only one bid on that, Keith?
We go, well, yeah, I mean, we go through Assured and they do let it out each year, but there's nobody really writing commercial insurance or property casualty much anymore right now.
All in favor, say aye. The same sign. Motion passes. Athletic insurance coverage.
I'm gonna make a comment. It is recommended the Board of Trustees approve the basic athletic insurance and catastrophic athletic accident renewal premiums to Arthur J. Gallagher First Agency Branch in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The amount of $83,974 for 2026. This has been accounted for in the FY 26 budget. Want to make a comment here. This is the exact amount we paid last year. We had no increase from last year due to favorable athletic experiences here, whereas the past couple of years it had gone up fairly significantly. And we have more athletes this year with more sports. So this was a pleasant surprise. Here, well, that insurance coverage for athletes.
Good job, coach.
You did it.
All right, so Tim made a motion.
Second.
To make the second. Any other questions, discussion? All in favor, say aye. Same sign. Peak Sport and Spine Athletic, your contract.
Recommended the Board of Trustees approve the sports medicine coverage agreement with Central Missouri Physical Therapy, doing business as Peak Sport and Spine of Sedalia, Missouri. This agreement will provide SFCC with an on-site certified athletic trainer for athletic trainings, practices, regular season home athletic contests, and at-home and away postseason contests. Contract amount is $41,350. The contract term is July 1, 2025 to SFC graduation day in May of 2026. It's further recommended that the President or Vice President of Finance Administration be authorized to sign the agreement with Peak Sport and Spine. Funding is the SFC athletic operating budget.
Would it be per coach or who knows, whatever?
What would that cost us if we had to hire that?
Add 30% to that.
I was gonna say, that sounded really inexpensive.
Yeah, at least you gotta find one then.
Yeah.
It'd be a difficult process.
That have correlation with what we just voted on?
Alright.
Does that have correlation to what we just voted on?
No.
I mean, the fact that we have a person there, they're there all the times, all the games,
Yes,
that has to have correlation with the number of injuries and what else.
yes, that has helped tremendously. 2 years, correct, yes. Tremendous.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Pose same sign. Since
Next one, we'll be referring to the board approval bid table in your packet. Hope you've all looked at that, but there are going to be 4 bids on that. Go from train control systems to Holotech tool cabinets and workbenches, dental hygiene, student kits, and West Campus video surveillance system. So it's recommended the Board of Trustees accept the following bids for State Fair Community College purchases as shown in the table incorporated herein. Awarded bids were based on all criteria and specifications for each bid. The awarded bid is the lowest and most responsible bidder, meeting the requirements of the specifications. Any item in the table may be removed and taken up as a separate purchase if so requested by any member of the board. Otherwise, all bids will be voted on with one motion. Further recommended that for each of these approved bids as required, the Vice President for Finance Administration be authorized and directed to sign any and all agreements, perform those acts as necessary to carry out the terms of any agreement so signed. Funding for each bid is as indicated in the table. Any questions about any of those or?
are there any particular ones that anybody wants to pull out to do separately?
Well, we'll make a comment on the not to exceed for the West Campus video system. That is basically for surveillance for cameras in the residence hall and the Ellenbrock. There are a couple of things in there that we are wondering that we may not need. So this is the maximum amount. We may actually be coming lower, so we look at kind of examine the bid a little.
So hearing none, I would entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
All in favor, say aye. Same sign. The event health sciences expansion roof replacement change.
So during the course of doing the dental hygiene renovation, as we began to put more and more, it's not more stress on the roof, it became the contractors and the engineers informed us that that roof would not be sufficient going forward, needed to be replaced and upgraded. So this is the cost to do that. It's not a maybe, it's not any of this, we have to. So it's recommended the Board of Trustees accept the bid from Septagon Construction Company, amount of $151,997 for the replacement of the Tech 2 room. During the renovation facility for advanced health science expansion, it was determined that the existing roof was unsuitable and required replacement. It's further recommended the board authorize the president and vice president of the finance administration to execute and sign the required documents with Septagon Construction Company for the time and completion of the project. It's being funded with college capital reserves. You see the 2 bids we had from Chip Trimco that does a lot of our roofs, the other from Septagon.
Entertain a motion to approve. Questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye. It passes. Marble Lake Ozarks Campus Nursing Program infill construction bid.
So we have been, as we know, we are going to be relocating the nursing program from Eldon to Lake of the Ozarks. We've been working for couple of years on getting that infill design done. You know, we also renegotiated our contract with the landlord for an additional 10 years so that we would get appropriate payout of this. So with all that in place, expansion, the infill out for bid, we did receive 4 bids on that. It's recommended that the Board of Trustees accept the base bid from Wilsman Construction of Canton, Missouri, in the amount of $159,800 for the infill construction of the State Fair Community College nursing program at the Lake Ozark campus. One bid alternate and one voluntary alternate are still being evaluated. 4 bids were received. Approval of both or either of these alternates, if selected, will be presented to the board for approval at a subsequent meeting. It's further recommended that the board authorize the president, vice president of finance administration to execute and sign the required contracts with Wilsman Construction for the final completion of the nursing program infield. Funding is the college capital reserves. There will be payback over time as we pay approximately $35,000 a year for rent at the other location. So in a few years, it will have paid itself
I
back.
believe there's also opportunity to improve our programs to full capacity with the new location, better facilities. So I think the ROI is going to be faster than that. So
I would entertain a motion to approve.
second,
Any other questions or discussion? All in favor, say aye. Those same sign, motion passes. Approval of settlement agreement and release with Centric Construction Group LLC regarding the Ellabrock Agriculture and Mechanics Project.
Recommend the Board of Trustees approve the settlement agreement with Centric Projects Construction Group LLC. Reduce the contract sum for the Ellabrock Agricultural Mechanics Building by the amount of $61,000 as compensation for liquidated damages. Further recommended that the board authorize the president, vice president of finance administration to execute and sign after consult with legal counsel all documents related to the settlement. In closed session, we can go over more since it's a legal issue. And we need to approve the settlement.
so moved.
Any other questions?
The maximum amount was approximately 125,000,
No less than that, yes.
a little less than that. So this is essentially 50% of what we would see as a potential maximum. Settlement will save thousands of dollars and time and even we get anytime you go to court, there's certain uncertainties. So the contract and to accept this amount of liquidated damages brings certainty to the situation and will allow us to go forward knowing exactly where we stand.
So this does in fact bring closure to that issue.
That's correct.
One favor, say aye. On same sign, motion passes. Strategic plan proposal.
Last month, the Board of Trustees heard a presentation on the strategic plan. And in fact, several of the members of the board have been involved in that strategic planning process. It was a wonderful process that includes key stakeholders, not only on our campus, but in the community. We've had more than 100 community members that provided input into that project. And so we come forward to this plan that I think is a plan that has the opportunity to be transformational for State Fair Community College. It really emphasizes our role as a community college, the connection to State Fair Community College and our community that we serve through our county service regions. Key part of that plan, our relationships with our school districts that we serve in the county region, and our real role as training people for go to work in our region to provide a trained workforce, not only now, but well into the future. So important things for our community, important things for our college, and I would encourage to the Board of Trustees to approve the SFCC strategic plan.
I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
All right, discussion or questions?
This was a long process. Ours time was invested by a number of folks, and in some of us documents have the list of everyone of those people who were involved. It was a privilege to be part of the process and to be able to experience the firsthand the quality of our faculty and staff and administration, bringing forth ideas, and in the discussions we had, and that this plan, it's State Fair Community College, we put community at the forefront. Bringing the community to the campus, but also the plan is to bring qualified, work-ready, career-ready people into the workforce to live, to earn, to establish their homes in the communities we serve. And the emphasis was not on what's best for us, but this truly reflects a commitment to what's best for the community and what's best, and most importantly, what's best for the students, not only here at State Fair, but we're looking at how that we assist in preparing students for whatever career path they choose and wherever they choose to complete that career path.
And I just thought it was a very unique way of going through a strategic plan. You know, we've all been through so many in different ways in your organizations or whatever, but you know, it was really one that I thought made us think backwards. What if we didn't do anything? But want to commend Darcy for her leadership in that and all who participated.
Sure. I think they were talking about you about the home.
Very.
You didn't get the dome in the.
Got sides of both. All right. So let's see. We need to make a motion. Right? No, or are we ready to
I
do?
think we had in a second.
We have a motion. I lost my train of thought, so. It's been made.
Yeah, we had,
We haven't voted, but we have to.
Yeah, okay.
Justin made the motion, Jeff second.
All right, so now we need to vote. Yeah, I'm sorry. So all in favor, say aye. Aye. Be sure and pass on to all those that, played a big role in it. President's report.
I'll keep this brief, as we were trying to keep this meeting brief. You have it attached to a calendar. One thing to note is classes start August 18th, so that time again for the fall semester to start over. As soon as the state fair is over on the 17th, we'll have classes going on the 18th. There's a whole bunch of people that have been working to get the campus ready for that, get students enrolled. Things are looking good and enrollment is up. And so we're looking forward to that start on the 18th. Tomorrow, we have an important event at the college. That's the grand opening celebration for the Ella Brock A&M and for the new Student Life Complex. And so just want to remind the board and give some details about that. The ceremony starts at 11 o'clock and it's in the Ellen Brock Ag Mechanics Center, which is on the south side of the building. Parking is across the street from Ellen Brock. So you can park in the parking lot, walk in the front doors, and it's to the left. There is a stage immediately inside the facility, and on the front row, there are reserved seats with your names on for each of you, except for Patty, who will be on the stage. We will have a brief ceremony, a brief remarks from myself and Patty and some other folks. And then we will have the ribbon cutting, and the ribbon cutting will occur right in front of the stage. And folks participating in the ribbon cutting will face the stage, and the photographer will be on the stage, and the audience will be in the background. So everybody will be in the picture for that. So we will have 2 ribbon cuttings there. The first ribbon cutting will be for Stephen, Karen, Ellen Brock Ag and Mechanics Center. Steve and Karen are going to do the cutting of the ribbon for that ceremony. So they'll be in the center. I'll ask the board to gather around them, and then everybody else will be in the picture in the background of that. And so that's how that ceremony will go. And then the student life ceremony, the ribbon cutting, we have some students who will be here, and they'll do the ribbon cutting for that. So the same process will be, the board will gather behind the students will do the ribbon cutting. We'll all smile for the picture. So immediately following the ribbon cutting, there will be a meal served by the Pettis County Cattlemen Association. And there will be tours of the facility and tours of the campus, the student life complex. There will be a bus running back and forth. I'd be glad to give visual tours to any of you that want that, and we'll make arrangements whenever you want to do that. I've got a little buggy to take you back and forth, and we can get that scheduled. So the whole thing starts at 11. It'll last probably 11 to 1:30 or 2, whenever people are tired of touring. I do want to recognize Mary Pointer and her team for really above and beyond what Mary's job title is, to prepare for this ceremony. Mary has staged 6 rooms? How many rooms did you stage in the?
There's 4 student rooms.
4 student rooms, and she has furniture. She's purchased furniture for the study rooms and things like that. So she's got the residence complex looking good for tours, and also setting up in the Ellen Brock A&M. So she's been working all week getting those 2 facilities ready for the tours. He's exhausted and a little cranky. So, but you know, but I do appreciate Mary and her work. You know. So along with raising all the money for it, you know, it's going to be a fun celebration. And so see you at 11 o'clock. Anybody have any questions about that?
What's the dress attire?
Well, I would dress casual. I'm going to wear a suit. I'm going to wear a suit just because I'm on stage, but the Ag Mechanics lab is not air conditioned. So Mary did arrange for a cool day tomorrow. And so we have the big fans going in there. And but you know, it might get a little stuffy with 500 people in there. So dress casual, just professional, probably, you know, something like that. You probably don't want to show them shorts, but
Yeah,
I'm not talking about your legs or anything, you know. Any other questions? All right, everybody's going to be here though, right? Are you bringing the twins or? We can get them to roll. I'm sure you can. All right, that's my report.
Thank you, Dr. Bates. All right, financial report.
So this is the final report of fiscal year 2025. So may call a few highlights there. Is it nothing's surprised any of you the way it worked out, since we've been talking about it for the last 10 months, and Dr. Bates can decide what I always say. But or as we look at that, our tuition fees, which is the you know, over half of our budget, ended up 3% ahead of budget. is good, which amounts to an extra was 3% is $2 million. In fact, every category was at or above budget except for our local property taxes, which we knew from day one after the evaluations came out, that'd be a little low, but not enough to make any difference there. So overall, our revenues for the year are approximately 6% higher than budget. On the expense side, we'll see that we are at 0.9% over budget, which is essentially on budget, given that we approved an extra, over $500,000 in additional budget authority. So basically, we held our expenses in line to beat. And if you go back and look at some of the graphs here, you'll see literally that most of our budget versus expense are right on line, which I'm probably more proud of that in some ways than I am the revenue side of it, that we kept it right in line with where we thought we'd be on expenses, which gives me a lot of confidence for how this year's budget will be. I think we've got a group of folks that take their budget seriously. So overall, we ended up in terms of net in our general fund, about double what we thought it would be. So that's good. And we were able to do everything we wanted to do and have some money for things coming up in the future that we may need it for. Second item in here is our quarterly budget report. Budget report, we have, as I'm developers, we have about 70% in demand deposits, about 30% long-term funds. I like keeping in that range. Both are earning about the same rate of interest right now. Assuming at some point interest rates go down, the ones longer term will help out, but I'm trying to keep a fair amount of liquidity in our balances at this point in time. And also knowing that, as you've seen with our cash flows, they can vary, several $1 million over the course of the year as we go in. In fact, probably in July we'll be down about $3 million from what this says right now. But we have about $5.2 million in time deposits that are out anywhere from 2 to 5 more years from now. And as of this date, about 13.2 million demand deposits, both are ringing about a 4.25% rate of return, or $18 million total, and invested at about a 4.26 return rate at this point in time. So that is the extent of either of those. Any questions? Then lastly, our board purchases that were an amount between 10 and 25,000, which don't require board approval, but still board reporting. We did purchase a water softener for the original residence hall. We think that's going to help a lot of our issues with the water flow in that building or lack of flow in that building. So we did install a water softener in that. HPAC, and we do HVAC every month, but in this case it was a little over 10,000 for a DOM HVAC repair. Various payments to Sedalia 200 for softball rentals and some sponsorships, all of that. Present parts, HVAC, some core supplies, and in Vintner Brothers, I think someone bought some cattle or did something or sold some cattle, or I don't know, did something with some cattle. And we paid them about 24%. That's that. Any questions about anything on these?
Okay. Time for board discussion. Do you have anything? We say congratulations to the new dad.
Name of that.
No.
I even had two voices.
We're back.
From anybody, look forward to tomorrow's event, and you know that our faculty and staff and all employees at this college have worked their hearts out, have they not, from all the projects that have been going on the past 3, 4, 5, I don't even know. It's just besides trying to then make sure that we're taking care of all those students. So a big thanks to them.
Plan read them now.
Yes, we have some people will be meeting with members of the team. There are some scheduled events through October. So,
On the faculty.
Anything else? All right, it looks like then next meeting will be Thursday, August the 28th of 2025 at 5:30 right here in the Hopkins boardroom. Next on the agenda is we will be going at a request for closed session And then just looking down at the agenda, as soon as that is over, then we will adjourn because we do not have any other items after the closed session. So before we go there, I just want to say, I didn't even welcome everybody here when I first started. We were kind of running late, and as I got to go and rolling, I thought, I mean, thank you for coming. So thank you those that took the time out, and we know some probably are listening online as well. So I would entertain a motion to go into closed session for hiring, firing, disciplining, or promotion of personnel pursuant to RSMO section 610.0213.
So moved.
Second. Dr. Rushiers? Yes. Tim Carr,
Yes.
Justin Hubbs,
Yes.
Jeff Page, Peter Parker,
Yes.
Patricia Wood.
Yes. All right. Have a great evening. A little later, but it's all developed.